Resort vacation promotions. The thing that's really upsetting about this area is that they tend to target seniors, and we had here a number of issues around bus trips. Last year we had bus trips both to Reno and to Las Vegas that they were advertised in the Times Colonist, and people were asked to pay money in advance to get these really low rates. And that sounded pretty exciting to people, because I mean they were like about half the normal rate to get on one of these trips. You just paid in advance, and then you had a period of time to take advantage of that trip. So what we found out from people was that they would pay the money, and then they'd phone and say, okay, I'm ready to take my trip now. And they say, oh, too bad, that resort's all full. You'll have to call back later, and we'll book you later. So then they'd call back later and they'd say, uh-oh, the bus broke down. I'm sorry, we can't do the trip. They keep pushing them until the 6 months were up. And then they said, oh, do you know what? Your 6 months are up. We don't have to refund your money, because in our contract it says that this offer is only open for 6 months. And so a number of people wouldn't try to fight it, or they'd just give up on it, and they lost their money. That's a true out-and-out scam. There's another thing that happens with resort vacation promotions. It's not totally a scam, but it is, I think, unethical. And that's where you're offered some kind of an exotic vacation. So, for example, at the Luxton Rodeo, there was a company that had they had a table out, and they said, just put your entry form in and you can win a trip to Florida. Okay, so there was 1,200 people went to that table and put the entry form in. 1,200 people were phoned and told they'd won a trip to Florida. So what were they offered? They were told that all they had to do, because it was a timeshare company, was pay for their way down. They try to get a discount rate, but you just have to pay for the flight down, and then you just have to pay about $100 per person for the night at the timeshare. And if you needed transfer from the getting from the airport to the hotel, well, you just had to pay for that. And then while you're at the timeshare, you had to agree to at least 8 hours of sales meetings where they talk to you about buying a timeshare. So if that is the way that you think a good free vacation is, then by all means, it's not illegal, and take it up. Go for that vacation. We had a couple come in here that they had booked a hotel for a honeymoon, and they booked it off a website, and when they got down there, the hotel hadn't been built yet, and they were actually given a bedroll and a cot in a shed. And that's where they were going to spend their honeymoon. And I had just started here, and they walked in and told us about this. But at that time we had no way to really help them, and we felt that they needed to go through the travel association, try to get their money back. But anything where you have to pay extra fees, travel fees, we've heard as high as $1,000 for some of these specialty fees and membership fees and join-up fees. So anything like that, be very careful about, and if it does sound too good to be true, it probably is.